Assalamu alaikum and good day. I'm Hazima Mozam and I welcome you all to the virtual orientation session on COMSTECH Scholarships and Research Fellowships for Palestinian Nationals. We will begin today with the recitation from Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah. Now, I would request His Excellency, Professor Dr. Muhammad Iqbal Chaudhry, Coordinator General COMSTECH, for his opening remarks.
Hazima, I would like to propose that if we have the introduction of the participants from different organizations, that this would be helpful to begin with. So let me start from me. My name is Professor Muhammad Iqbal, and I'm serving as the Coordinator General of this prestigious OIC institution. And I have a background of chemistry, and I've been working closely with many Palestinian scholars since last 3 decades. Yes, Maham?
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Maham Yamin, and I'm working as a program officer at COMSTECH.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hazima Mozam and I'm working as a program manager for COMSTECH for 5 years now.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aftab Zaidi. I'm working as senior director in COMSTECH.
Assalamu alaikum ji. My name is Murtaza Noor. I'm here as advisor for linkages and media.
Hina from ICCBS.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Hina Siddiqui. I'm working at ICCBS, which is the research institution based in Karachi, Pakistan, and which is part of the Consortium of Excellence coordinated by COMSTECH. Here I'm working as associate professor and in charge of international linkages of ICCBS. Thank you.
Excellency from the embassy.
Good evening. My name is Muhammad Rishti. I am ACAC head. I am here on behalf of the Professor Mahmoud Abu Muiz, the Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research.
Inshallah. From Embassy in Islamabad, Palestinian Embassy.
السلام عليكم His Excellency دكتور إقبال. السلام عليكم جميعا. سفير فلسطين في إسلام آباد أحمد ربعي، يعني حدث قضية مهمة جدا في كان لازم يكون في عندنا ترتيبات اكثر دقه، لكن الحمد لله بدات الامور هاي يعني ووصلنا لمرحله. راح يكون معي بهذا اللقاء المنسق الثقافي لسفاره فلسطين الاخ خليل، والطاقم الموجود معنا من فلسطين الوزارات المختلفه ووزاره الخارجيه ووزاره التعليم العالي والجامعات الاخرى. يسعدني جدا انه نرحب فيكم جميعا. يا ريت اذا من طاقمنا الفلسطيني او الجانب الفلسطيني تعريف كل واحد بعمله. شكرا.
مساء الخير. Good evening. My name is Rania. I'm the head of Culture Cooperation Department, Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
My name is Ishaq, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Cultural Department.
Good morning. This is Camilla from the Media Unit.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sanah Khabiri. I work at the Cultural Cooperation Department.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Jalil Farah from the Palestinian International Cooperation Agency in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I think that's all here.
Thank you very much, brothers and sisters, excellencies. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. On behalf of COMSTECH, I'm absolutely pleased to have this meeting. Delighted to have many prominent officials from Palestine, along with my dear brother, Ambassador in Islamabad, Brother Ahmed. I just wanted to give you a bit of a background. This is this scholarship scheme or research fellowship is indeed a culmination of a lot of thoughts and lots of groundwork, in which Palestinian ambassador has played an extremely important role, along with my very dear brother, Mr. Murtaza Noor, who is advising us on international relations and also coordinating our efforts with the universities in Pakistan. And, incident after incident, atrocities after atrocities, the history is full of these extremely negative, very annoying and heartbreaking experiences which we see in Palestine, and that has made all of us very sensitive. In this country, Pakistan, where COMSTECH is located, and let me tell you, COMSTECH is a premier organization responsible of science and technology cooperation in the OIC. In this country, we have this great understanding, goodwill, and appreciation of Palestine cause. And based on these feelings and these facts, we sat together and we decided that we will work closely with many universities in Pakistan to help our brothers and sisters in Palestine to continue their education in different fields, largely in science and technology and engineering, so they can go back and serve their country and contribute in furthering the cause of Palestine. And in our own humble understanding, this is the best thing which we could do, because education has always been a great strength of Palestinian people, and their intelligence and their commitment is exemplary. So this was the basic tenet of it, on which we have actually worked closely with many universities, including several private universities. And they all very willingly move forward, and they said, okay, we will implement this program. And we got support from all quarters. So we had support from Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Science and Technology, and also the President of Pakistan, who is the chairman of COMSTECH. In fact, the Foreign Minister of Palestine, who was visiting us for the OIC CFM, Council of Foreign Minister, has had a discussion with the President, and President presented him that this is what we intend to do. And there is going to be a big ceremonial launching of this project after Eid al-Fitr, inshallah. And we expect that there would be a high-level participation in this event. I would like to recognize here two most important things. Number one, that each one of our staff in this organization and beyond has worked with complete commitment and perseverance towards the cause. The second is that we have received full support from the Palestinian embassy and the staff responsible. So we are very, very happy. And third, of course, is extremely important, the host institution in Pakistan, which are among the top institutions in this part of the world, who are waiting eagerly to welcome young Palestinian scholars and give them opportunity of learning in different frontier fields of science and technology. Along with this, I must also say that we know that Palestinian people, especially diaspora and people who are involved in education, science and technology, are among the best in the Arab world and among the finest, certainly in the Muslim world. And we don't want to keep it only to the limit of offering few fellowships, but we want the Muslim world benefit from these scholars in Palestine. So we have actually approached PICA, Palestinian International Cooperation Agency. We have discussed this with the foreign minister also. He has been very, very supportive of idea of using COMSTECH as a platform and extending the services of Palestinian scholars for the Muslim world. So the excellence and quality of Palestinian scholars would also be showcased through this program. But today's meeting is largely confined to the fellowship, and we would like to move forward very quickly. We want to make sure that we do not have any bottleneck. We have lined up, at least from Pakistani side, that everybody is committed to make this program successful. And we expect that our brothers and sisters in Palestine would also work with the same zeal. And I'm sure that we'll be able to make this an example of a successful bilateral and multilateral cooperation. With this, I would like to thank you all and wish you all the best for the proceeding of this meeting, inshallah.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind remarks. Now, I would request General Director, Dr. Mohammad Ishtawe from Ministry of Higher Education of Palestine for his remarks.
Yes, thank you. Good evening. First of all, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On behalf of the Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research, Professor Mahmoud Abu Muez, transmitting to all of the best regards from Palestine. On behalf of Palestinian scientific research community, we are grateful for the initiative of the Excellency President of Pakistan, Mr. Arif Alfi, to provide research fellowship and scholarships opportunities of Palestinian researchers. Our great thanks to all brothers of Pakistan government and people for supporting Palestine. Thanks to COMSTECH for organizing this important consortium to strengthen and develop scientific relations by offering suitable opportunities of scholarships and research fellowships for scientific research development. The Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research encourages fellowship programs for researchers, research opportunities for students, and the expansion of professors' fellowships. The Ministry of highly appreciating the opportunities for exchanging experience between Palestinian researchers and researchers from various brotherly and friendly countries, which contributes to achieving research achievement that support intellectual, culture, and urban growth among different countries. We hope that it will contribute increasing the number of researchers enrolled in these programs. In conclusion, I would like to thank the representative of the Pakistan Ministry of Foreign Affairs and representative of the Ministry of Scientific and Technology of Pakistan and General Coordinator of COMSTECH, and for the Ambassador of the State of Palestine in Pakistan. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I would request His Excellency Mr. Ahmad Javed Rabai, Ambassador of Palestine in Pakistan, for his remarks.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. His Excellency, my brother, Professor Dr. Iqbal, Dr. Muhammad Iqbal, coordinator of COMSTECH. Let me, Excellency, give a short briefing to our brothers and sisters in Palestine. أصحاب السعادة جميعا، أسعد الله أوقاتكم، ويسعدني ويشرفني جدا أن نشارك معا في هذا الموضوع الهام، والذي بدأ منذ العام الماضي بمبادرة من فخامة الرئيس عارف علوي الرئيس الباكستاني في الاستمرار في دعم فلسطين وتطوير العلاقات معها. وكان لنا عدة لقاءات مع معالي الدكتور إقبال شودري، هذا الصديق المهم والأخ العزيز في باكستان. تم هناك عدة لقاءات حول تطوير العلاقة الثنائية في مجال الثقافي ومجال المنح، حيث أن لأول مرة يتم طرح مبادرة بهذا المستوى من قبل الرئيس الفخري للكومستيك وهو الرئيس الباكستاني دكتور عارف علوي، وبتنفيذ من معالي دكتور إقبال شودري. هذه المنح التعليمية في مجال البكالوريوس والماجستير والدكتوراه ضمن برنامج تعليمي كامل مغطى ماليا، وايضا هناك بشكل موازي راح يكون برنامج تدريبي لكافه موظفين السلطه الذين يرغبون بالحضور الى باكستان لاخذ دورات في كل التخصصات في كل الوزارات، وهي ايضا مغطاه بالكامل. هذا الموضوع العام الماضي تم منحنا 500 منحه تعليميه في الجامعات الباكستانيه في اكثر من 40 تخصص. والحمد لله يعني وصلنا مجموعة من الطلاب، لكن كنا نتمنى أن يصلنا طلاب أكثر، ونأمل أنه في العام القادم أنه يكون في هناك طلاب ومتدربين من كافة الوزارات. حقيقة المشروع ضخم، مشروع كبير جدا، سيتم الإعلان عنه في 13 ماي 13/5 هذا العام من قبل فخامة الرئيس الدكتور عارف علوي وفخامة الرئيس الفلسطيني أبو مازن في مؤتمر صحفي، وراح يكون هذا بحضور سفارات دول أخرى وأيضا الوزراء من باكستان ومن فلسطين. هذا الموضوع مهم جدا. أود الإشارة إلى أنه أكثر من 50,000 خريج فلسطيني تخرجوا من باكستان في كافة التخصصات منذ إنشاء العلاقة الباكستانية الفلسطينية الأخوية. لا نستطيع أن نجد كلمات لشكر باكستان فيما تقدمه لفلسطين في كافة المجالات وخاصة في المجال التعليمي.
سعادة السفير، سعادة السفير آسف للمقاطعة ولكن الصوت غير واضح.
عنده مشكلة.
الصوت مش واضح؟
نعم سعادتك.
هيك كويس؟
هيك أحسن. نعم.
يعني بعرفش حد وين وصلنا، بس هي مبادرة تم طرحها العام الماضي من قبل فخامة الرئيس دكتور عارف علوي ودكتور إقبال شودري المنسق العام للكومستيك في تقديم مساعدات فنية وثقافية وتعليمية لفلسطين. وهذا الموضوع مهم جدا، اطلع عليه معالي وزير الخارجية والتقى مع فخامة الرئيس دكتور عارف علوي ومع معالي دكتور إقبال شودري في زيارته الأخيرة في اجتماع الOIC، وتم الاتفاق على مجموعة من القضايا، منها هذا اللقاء ومنها أيضا الإعلان عن البرنامج التدريبي الذي يقدم من باكستان والكومستيك إلى فلسطين في 13 مايو من خلال مؤتمر سيكون على رأسه فخامة الرئيس الدكتور عارف علوي وبكلمة من فخامة الرئيس أبو مازن. موضوع جيد كثير يهم فلسطين في المجال التعليمي في مجالات البكالوريوس والماجستير.
منك سعادتك الأهمية اللي عم تحكيها عشان توصل المعلومة اللي الصوت عم بيوصل متقطع عنا، متقطع جدا.
ما بعرف، ممكن من عندكم، لانه عندي على الشات بيجيني انه الصوت واضح تماما. ما بعرف، ممكن عندكم المشكله بقيه الاخوان كيف يسمعوا الصوت، ما بعرف يعني.
شتى راني المشكله عندكم، لانه احنا عندنا صوت واضح جدا.
معناته احنا رح نعمل محضر كامل لكل المشاركين and translate it to English to His Excellency دكتور إقبال شودري. بكل الأحوال هي المنح ستشمل الدراسة والتدريب وطرح مشروعات تخرج وأبحاث. الجامعات رح تشارك بالموضوع من خلال منح تدريبية أيضا لهم، والوزارات الأخرى ذات العلاقة. راح نعمل محضر ونبعث لكم اياه تفصيلي كامل بكل هذه الامور، لكن هاي الجلسه هي استكمال لمجموعه جلسات سابقه شاركت فيها وزاره الخارجيه ووكاله التنميه الفلسطينيه والكومستك بيكا، وكاله التنميه الفلسطينيه بيكا، لانه ستكون مساهمه ايضا في الموضوع. شكرا كثير، وانا بامل انه يكون في طرح للاسئله في نهايه اللقاء على معالي الدكتور إقبال شودري. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words and support. Now, I would request Honorable Mr. Mohammad Kamran Akhtar, DG ACDIS, Science Diplomacy, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Government of Pakistan, for his remarks.
Do we have Kamran Sahab hai maujood ya koi aur hai?
Yes, sir, he is with us.
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone. It is a great pleasure for me to join this launch ceremony, and my special appreciation for the Coordinator General of COMSTECH, and very warm welcome to this ceremony to Dr. Basri Saleh, Deputy Minister for Higher Education and the Distinguished Ambassador of the State of Palestine. We in Pakistan have always supported the cause of the State of Palestine, and we have been steadfast in our support. And this is one of the practical manifestations of our support, to build the capacity of the people of Palestine and to have them as partners with us in the field of higher education in the universities in Pakistan. And we are grateful to COMSTECH for making this possible, as well as the higher education institutes in Pakistan, which have agreed to join this program. And we look forward to receiving the scholarship students from Palestine, and we wish them all the success. And the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will continue to coordinate with COMSTECH in terms of assessing the progress of this program and how we can further build up linkages with the State of Palestine and the people of Palestine. And this continues to be one of the priorities of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And with these remarks, I thank you very much.
Very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. With this, ladies and gentlemen, we will go towards the brief introduction of the program for all our participants who are joining us from Palestine. PPT share करते हैं. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So coming towards the contours of our program, which is COMSTECH Scholarship and Research Fellowships for Palestinian Nationals. Introduction. This program is basically a collaborative effort of member institutions of COMSTECH Consortium of Excellence, which includes higher education institutions of Pakistan and from other member OIC states, Association of Private Sector Universities of Pakistan, and COMSTECH itself. These research fellowships and scholarships will support undergraduate studentships, graduate studentships, research fellowships, and participation in capacity building events like workshops and seminars. These research fellowships and scholarships can be availed in various fields of science and technology. These fields include natural sciences like mathematics, chemistry, physics, applied sciences such as biotechnology, biochemistry, environmental sciences, and as well as science, engineering and technology and computer sciences as well. As explained earlier, the candidates will be placed at higher education institutions and R&D institutions of Pakistan and other OIC member states. So in a nutshell, this program is currently running and we are accepting applications at the moment. Host country or host institution would be various higher education institutions of OIC in Pakistan. Anybody who is the national of Palestine is eligible for this scholarship. Either they are in the state of Palestine, or they have refugee status, or they are in exile. Minimum degree held will be 12 years of education in case a person wants to have admission in the undergraduate degree program, whereas if that person is looking to have admission in master's degree program, they need to have an undergraduate education as a minimum requirement. These fellowships or research fellowships are available in all the fields of science and technology, and there is no age limit for these opportunities. Target beneficiaries. The target beneficiaries for these programs are basically young researchers and scientists. These young researchers or scientists can be somebody who is currently involved in active research in their institution. They can be someone who is currently enrolled in their PhD or master's degree program or undergraduate program. Or they can be someone who is looking to enroll in a PhD program or a master's program. We also have another tier of opportunities in the technicians training program, where anybody who is a technical personnel working in science and technology and engineering laboratory will be eligible to apply for this fellowship or the training program. As explained earlier, COMSTECH will be providing additional support to the candidates or the participants for attending workshops and training programs organized by COMSTECH and its networks. So basically, we have four tiers of scholarship opportunities, and duration of these opportunities vary. For example, if somebody is applying for scholarships for undergraduate program or master's degree program, they will be able to have fully funded education for 4 years, that is for undergraduate program, and 2 years for the master's degree program. Research through our program, that is a research fellowship program, these Palestinian nationals will be able to have research-oriented training for the duration of 6 to 12 months. Whereas technicians training program, technical personnel will attain training on a certain equipment, or will be trained in a particular subject for the time period of 4 to 6 weeks. Whereas participation in workshop and training will be of 1 week. Eligibility. So as already said, Palestinian residing in occupied territories of Palestine, that includes West Bank, Gaza, and any other annexed regions, Palestinians in exiles or Palestinians in refuge, and whereas any Palestinian residing in any part of the world is eligible for this program. So you must be wondering that what are the benefits of this program. COMSTECH will cover 1 economy class return ticket for the selected candidates from their home country to the host institutions for the whole duration of its scholarship or research fellowship. We will also be taking care of them to the payment of their visa fee charges. Local transport will also be provided in collaboration with host institution and COMSTECH, whereas host institution will graciously provide us accommodation for the students. In the case of research fellowship, financial support will also be available to certain awardees, which will be selected by the host institutions. So I keep on saying that these students will be placed in the various higher education institutions. So in this slide, you can see that we have number of institutions from Pakistan, and these are the leading institutions of Pakistan, and they provide various degree programs for the education in the masters and above. We also have institutions from other countries, like we have Shahid Bahishti University from Iran, we have Tubi Tech, we have universities from Malaysia as well. So any candidate who is interested to apply in this research fellowship or scholarship program will be able to have a variety of choices to choose for his or her fellowship or for the scholarship. So how to apply? This application, this program will accept application all around the year. There are very few things that you have to do in order to apply for the scholarship program. Applicants need to send an email of interest along with following documents like scanned copy of their valid passport, a passport size photograph, and a scanned copy of their educational document. For example, they can provide us their matriculation intermediate certificates. They need to provide us, in case they want to apply for master's degree, they need to provide us transcript of their undergraduate and the undergraduate degree documents. This is our website. You can go to our website and you can see detail of this program. You would also be able to see the contacts. You can contact us for any further details regarding this program. So as I said earlier, this program is up and running. So currently we have 10 students who are already in Pakistan, and you can see that they are placed. They are basically they are placed in various degree programs. For example, we have students who would be doing their MSc in pharmacy. There will be students who would be doing their computer engineering courses, and as well as courses, very specified courses like that of cybersecurity as well. So this is again the information and the contact information that you need in order to apply for this program. And in case you have any further queries, COMSTECH is open for you, and we wish you best of luck for applying for this program. With this, I thank you all for listening, and in case you have any questions, I'm open to questions and answers.
Thank you, Sister Khazima.
So in case any participant have a question, we can take their questions. You can post it in the chat box.
Chat box.
بعتقد انه مهم الاسئله كثير في هذا المجال. الاستفسار من اي شيء احنا جاهزين، ولوجود معالي اقبال شودري والاخت خزيمه والطاقم مهم جدا الاستفسار عن اي شيء، واحنا راح نبعث لكم كل التفاصيل طبعا.
المشاركين من الطرف الفلسطيني برجاء إذا في سؤال إنه توجهوه الآن.
So yeah, Professor Dr. Khalid, we will send you the contact information and the links, but I would request you to please drop your email address in the chat box so we can send you required information. As for Mr. Mahe, he's asking, is age important? Well, age is really not an important factor here, but again, it will really depend on our host institution. If you fulfill their criteria of age eligibility, then we will be happy to accommodate you through this program.
What is the role required of Palestinian universities for the success of the program?
Could you please read your voice? Your Excellency, I think Dunya has a question.
Professor Dr. Walid, no, you don't need to find a partner from your side. However, if you already have an existing collaboration, then you can mention it along with your application, that you already have an existing contact within Pakistan. But what we do in general cases is that we get your application and we scrutinize it through our committee of experts, and then they suggest basically where to place that particular student or a researcher within Pakistan or another OIC institution. Yes, there are universities outside of Pakistan as well. As mentioned, we have NetKent from Turkey. We have IUT from Bangladesh, which is Islamic University Technology in Bangladesh. We have IU, which is also another Islamic OIC affiliated institution in Uganda. So we have other universities outside Pakistan as well in this program.
But let me clarify that, depending on the type of course, degree program, or research, we will try to place them at relevant institutions within and outside, but this is entirely based on the willingness of host institution. So I would say that this program is currently largely based in Pakistan, with a few going to the other countries also. It is important that our universities have moved forward and offered these opportunities for our brothers and sisters in Palestine.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Murtaza Noor, Zaba, you would like to say something about this whole thing? Because you played a very important role in bringing universities on board. So
thank you very much, sir. This is one of the mega, you can say, scholarship program which has been launched by Pakistani universities in terms of the number of the scholarships, total number of scholarships. There would be 500 scholarships available. As Hazima has mentioned, this would be very good opportunity for the students from the Palestine, because students would be hosting, universities will be hosting all sort of, you can say, accommodation and their fee, and they will be offering all sort of, you can say, traditional Pakistani hospitality. So there is only one thing is required, that they would have to come Pakistan, and Pakistanis will be welcoming them with open heart, and we will be facilitating them. And COMSTECH Secretariat in close association with Palestine Embassy, we will be monitoring and we will be facilitating in all sort of, especially hostel issue and other issues. We are going to resolve all the problems which will be faced by the students. Thank you.
So I request the participants, if there is any question, we are here to entertain your questions. So kindly post it in the chat box.
Email address. Okay.
في أي سؤال للخارجية والتعليم العالي للوزارات الأخرى؟ يا ريت إذا في أي سؤال نقدر نسأله هالكيتي، برغم إنه إحنا ممكن نبعث كمان يعني إجابات لاحقا. هذا الاجتماع مهم كثير كان، وبعتقد إنه الاستفسارات مطلوبة بهاي المرحلة.
So we have one question from a participant who is saying, does the program include any master's program scholarship? Yes, as already said in the presentation, it includes scholarships for the full course of master's degree program. No, you don't need to have an admission letter. We will forward your documents along with all your relevant details to our partner institutions to evaluate your application. No, this fellowship does not have any additional support for the spouse or the kid. So, post-op included research. So basically, in research fellowship, what we do is that we would like to have candidates who are already involved in active research. They can either be enrolled in their PhD program. For example, if there is a person who is doing research in material sciences and he wants to have practical application of this material in biomedical application. So that person can send an application to us, and we can match that application to our partner institutions and find a relevant placement for that student. And the duration of this research fellowship would be of 6 months at least, and can be extended on the recommendation of the host institution. So that's what we call as the research fellowships. We don't really call it as a postdoc, but I would request Professor Dr. Iqbal to kindly advise us in this further.
Research fellowship means research for a degree or research for a project. So it actually includes everything. I mean, the students who are already enrolled in PhD or in master can come for conducting their research, and they'll be able to have access to some of the finest facilities of research, science, technology, and engineering, and even postdoc. You know, if people want to come for a 1-year postdoc in certain fields, this fellowship provides them opportunity of visiting these research centers and universities as well.
So in order to, I'm going toward the next question, which is, do you accept PhD students as part-time students? So yeah, you can say that as a research fellows, we can consider them as a part-time students if somebody is already enrolled in a PhD student.
Also, in addition, Khazima, I just want to say that for scholars who are coming for research fellowships during their PhD, they don't need to go through courses because they are not registered in any of these host institution. So they do not really need to go through these requirements. They need to fulfill all the requirements of their institution in Palestine, but here they would be involved only in research and without wasting any time in anything else. They would put to the place, they would have access to laboratories, and all the time they would have, for completing their research project. Therefore, their time would be effectively used instead of spending time on courses and other requirements.
Thank you, sir. Here is another question, which is where a person is asking, does a candidate have to apply through the university for this program? No, in order to make this process flexible and easier for the Palestinian brothers and sisters, you do not need to apply to a university. You just need to apply to us, and then we will negotiate on your part for your acceptance. So here is another question from Ms. Sana. She's asking, for 6-month fellowship, is it possible to do research in vacation, which means that for 3 months within summer vacation over 2 years? Well, I guess, Ms. Sana, what we perceive here is that we want our candidate to have at least 6 months of training through our research fellowship program. But I think for your question, I would request Professor Iqbal for his advice further.
As far as research projects are concerned, out of my own long experience, I would say that at least 6 months are required to complete a small project towards the conclusion, so they will be able to see the results, interpret, and write research papers. Shorter than this time would perhaps not be very productive. So we will not encourage people coming for short duration, and because we don't think it's going to be productive. But in certain cases, if there is absolutely a need, and if there is some family compulsion, I think we need to be flexible, because the objective is to help people.
Thank you, sir. With this, I'll drop our email addresses. We are open for all the questions and discussion related to this program. So you can write to us. With this, with Professor Dr. Iqbal.
There is also one question about English. You need to have a functional English, because here in education institution, you would find everybody speaking English. So this would also be a good training in developing your own fluency in English. You don't need to be Shakespeare, to be honest. You just need to have functional English, and I'm sure that you would develop a good skill of English in Pakistan.
So there is one question which I think require your special attention. It's that does the scholarships provide an online learning, which is distance learning, or just online? This is an aspect that we have been considering, so I would request your input on that.
Okay, we have discussed this with Excellency, our brother Ahmed Jawad. There are some universities in the network which are virtual universities and who impart education online, including Natkin University in Turkey, Allama Iqbal Open University in Pakistan, Virtual University of Pakistan. So there are courses which are available online, and I literally see no problem in arranging those fellowships through online courses also, though we feel that online education is certainly not a replacement of an in-person education, but wherever possible, and if host institution as well as scholar feel appropriate, we can also include fully online courses or fully online degree program.
Thank you very much, sir. Again, same question. No, you do not need to apply through any academic researcher for this program. You just need to apply to us. Disability.
People with disabilities.
There is no restriction on that.
Well, we do not have any restriction for people who are sort of are differently abled. So you can apply for this scholarship, but do mention your disability so that we can provide appropriate information further on to the host institution so that they can make appropriate arrangements. Yes, and as said, this meeting, by the way, is recorded meeting, and it will be available on our YouTube channel. So you can go back to this conversation and hold all the presentation again for your further information.
Facebook also.
And you can also join our Facebook page where you will get information along with all the relevant links for the scholarship.
بتمنى على زملاء الفلسطينيين من كل الوزارات والجامعات التركيز على هاي المنح، والتركيز اكثر على موضوع التدريب وزيارات اساتذه الجامعات للجامعات الباكستانيه. هي مستضافه وسيكون هناك ترتيبات محدده مع الكومستك في هذا الموضوع. ارجو انه يكون التركيز على التدريب لكافه الوزارات وايضا لموضوع الابحاث وزيارات الاساتذه في الجامعات للجامعات الباكستانيه.
Thank you very much, Excellency. I think with this we come to the end of our discussion today. I would request His Excellency Professor Dr. Iqbal Chaudhry for his concluding remarks.
Thank you, Hazima. Thank you, everyone. Excellency, Brother Ahmed Jawad, Excellencies in Palestine, also Director General Mr. Kamran from Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and my own colleagues. I'm extremely delighted that this program is already initiated. This is a discussion which was very important for us to have developed a better understanding of the program. But Hazima informed me this morning that we already have several scholars already arrived in Pakistan, and this program has already started. For a formal launching, we have this huge ceremonial start on 14th of May, I believe. The President of Pakistan would be 13th of May, and President of Pakistan would be coming to launch this. We would have representation from various ministries and partner institutions in Pakistan, as well as ambassadors and high commissioners of OIC member states would also be invited. And as we understand that a very high level presentation from Palestine would also be here in order to make this a program which is participatory with full ownership and everyone working towards a full impactful program, inshallah, in future.
Thank you very much, sir. With this, I would like, on behalf of COMSTECH, I would like to thank excellencies and ladies and gentlemen for joining today. And we hope to receive your applications as soon as possible. Thank you very much and hope to see you sometime else. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.